What's up, everybody? My name is Paco, or is it Adrian? Who knows who it is today? But today we have Real Madrid versus Liverpool. The Champions League quarterfinals are on already, man. This is great. I could really use this today. I'm very much looking forward to watching some football with you guys. Man, the situation in Canada is just weird. It's just weird with COVID. We're heading back into like a intense lockdown, but boring. That's not what you're here for. You're here to escape from that stuff. So I'm going to shut up about that right now. I'm very much looking forward to this, you know? A rematch of the 2018 final? 3 years ago now already. That's crazy. I remember watching that match with you guys. Loris Karius, disaster class. Gareth Bale scoring that beauty. Oh, man. Feels like yesterday. But hey, love the new background, says Leif Yarvinen. Yeah, man. We can play around with the colors. We can, I got some things in store in case someone scores. It's going to be fun. But, this is the derby of the two sides that have absolutely zero defenders. Sergio Ramos and Varane are out, as well as, there he is, Dr. Darkrai becoming a member. My guy, Dr.
Forget it's ecstasy.
Astonishing.
Thank you so much for becoming an RTV Ultra, man. Thank you. I do very much appreciate it. And welcome. Welcome to the squad. You're going to get those exclusive videos now. It's going to be a good time, man. But hey, let's look at the lineups. Thibaut Courtois on goal, Lucas Vazquez, Eter Militão, Nacho Fernandez, and Ferland Mendy at the back. So it looks like it is indeed going to be a back four for Real Madrid. And then Toni Kroos, Casemiro, Luka Modric. I mean, you didn't even need me to tell you that. And in the attack, Asensio, Benzema, and Vinicius. Oof. I mean, Asensio looked good in the last match this weekend. And then let's look at Liverpool here. Alisson in goal, Ozan Kabak, Andy Robertson, Nat Phillips, who's been doing well lately, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Great game against Arsenal recently. Fabinho, Naby Keita getting the start, and Jorginho Wijnaldum, and then Diogo Jota, Sadio Mane, and Mohamed Salah in the attack. So, no Roberto Firmino from the offset. Or from the outset, I should say. But, I mean, Diogo Jota has shown just how explosive he can be, not only off of the bench, but let's see if he can do that as a starter. Because, my gosh, the danger that he adds to this side in the attack, it's just something that they had been lacking. Their attack looks so flat without him, but now that he's back, looking very, very good. Okay. Oh, my goodness, we had 2 donations already. Kevin says, did you hear about Gnabry missing the match due to the no word on YouTube? Yeah, man, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Lewandowski and now Gnabry gone. Very unfortunate for Bayern, but I mean, I think that they'll still be okay. PSG put in an absolute stinker against Lille this weekend. Muzai Records, my friend. What's good? He says, what is up? How's the Claritin going? Claritin's going fine. I didn't have to take it today. Or did I take it today? I think I did take it today. I mean, it all sort of mushes up into one. But yeah, it's the allergies do be hitting these days. Thank you guys for all the donations so far. This match should be starting in a moment here. For some reason, my DAZN just had a loop of various goals scored by Liverpool in the background. But yeah, I'm ready for this. How are we feeling out there? Where are you watching the game? DAZN doesn't seem to show it. DAZN is showing it for me, at least in Canada. 3-2 Madrid, says Kenny Ramos. Hey, Adrian, any predictions of scores in this game? Oh, man. You know I hate giving predictions in general. Predictions of scores? Let's say Jota for Liverpool, most likely. And Benzema. I mean, cop-out answers, but, you know, those are the most likely scorers, of course. Benzema has been on fire lately, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Luckily, it snowed today. No allergies for you, Leif Yarvinen. Looking good with that green shield, by the way. Loving those green shields out in the chat. Jeremy, what's up, man? Thank you for joining me, everybody. Very much appreciated. Finally managed to get the membership, and I must say, what is that mustache? Yeah, I know, man. We're just testing it out, you know? We're taking it for a ride. I wanted to do a shave, and I feel like I always look like a baby when I do a full shave, so I figured I'd leave the mustache and look like a pervert instead. It's not a great look, but let's run it, you know? I was inspired by Alisson. Now, I don't have a mustache with the same sort of power rating as Alisson for Liverpool, but I'm going to give it a go. 3-0 Liverpool, says Gazman. Real Madrid 2, Liverpool 3, says Modulamin. Bah. Lil Car Wash, what's up? Thanks for joining me, man. 12-0 Madrid, says Brian 4. Vinicius scoring all 12. A quadruple hat trick for Vinicius. Love to see it. I hope you guys who are predicting high-scoring games like 3-2s and stuff, I hope you're right. That would be incredible. What game are you watching tomorrow? I believe we're doing PSG and Bayern tomorrow. I believe that's what we'll be doing. Real Madrid just can't get their passes together. We're just a minute and 25 into this. Anyone who is asking for me to show the game, I cannot do that, unfortunately. I wish I could help you out, But YouTube will daddy up on me and give my channel a little bit of a spanking if I do that. Easy save there for Alisson from a long-distance strike from Benzema on his left. Low. Diogo Jota with a stunning pass to Zinedine Zidane on the sidelines there. Beautiful stuff. Dr. Darkrai. Rock a big mustache beard combo. Hell yeah, man. Unfortunately, my facial hair game is not great, so I don't know if I could pull that off, but I'll try. Adrian Becker. Mendy driving forward. Stopped. What a difference it makes for Liverpool having Fabinho back in the midfield. No? I don't know if you guys saw it, but I was on MAH's channel, Matisse Armani's channel this morning. We're talking about everything, really. Mostly Chelsea focused, of course. But, there's Jota making that run down the middle, and there was nobody following him. But we were talking about how some Liverpool fans were wishing that Klopp would have just played any defender, any youth defender, instead of taking the midfielders away from the midfield, because then you're down bad when you take away from both the defense and the midfield. So now that he's back in that midfield, you get that solidity. You need that midfield in order to support the attack. So things looked promising this past weekend against Arsenal, didn't they? They certainly looked like the Liverpool of old that can dominate the play. And I mean, as soon as Diogo Jota came on, he scored within minutes. That ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold was just stunning. Real Madrid, on the other hand, I mean, you can't sleep on them, can you? Sleep on them at your own peril, basically. Now, Eder Militão is definitely a player that I do not trust. But hey, in me saying that, Adrian's magic, I'm sure the opposite will happen. And he'll put in an absolute masterclass. What do you think of this side of the draw being easier, as some say? I don't know that that's necessarily the case. You know, you look at the other side, it just so happens that two of the favorites in Bayern and City are on that side of the draw. But at this point, you know, who's to say that Bayern won't go out against PSG and that City get shocked by Borussia Dortmund as they were against Lyon, you know? It can happen. Nacho's having a great run, says F2P Gamer. Yeah, I agree with you. Nacho has really, really impressed me lately. Corner kick for Real Madrid here. Toni Kroos to take. Look like an old Egyptian actor. Ooh. Salah. That's a poor touch from Salah. Casemiro offside. Absolutely. Jota is better than Firmino, huh? Well. I mean, look, Firmino, I feel like, is a player that has been out of form for like a year, basically. I feel like we haven't seen the real Firmino for a while now. But when he is in form, he was one of the most, if not, you could argue, the most important piece to their attack at the time. The way that he was sort of demanding the attention of defenders and playing those balls for Mane and Salah. He was a great hold-up player. Zach is here. Oh my God. Huge donation from Zach. My man, you need to ease up with the donations, man. People are going to start thinking that there's some sort of strange conspiracy going on here where I get my moderator to make donations to get other people to donate. That's what's going on, guys. No, Zach, that's super, super kind of you. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it. What is going on with that mustache? I was talking about it earlier. I was inspired by Alisson this weekend. I was going to do a full shave because, you know, you randomly get that feeling where you want to just do a full shave. And I thought, why don't I initially left the mustache on as a meme to to annoy Julia. But then I was like, whatever, let's just run with it. Channel my inner Alisson. What's up, Damien? Thanks for joining me. Muzai Record says, I feel for Bobby. He's been solid for Liverpool for many seasons. Everything comes to an end. Yeah, man, it's been rough. It's been a slow sort of decay. But on his day, he was one of the sauciest forwards out there, man. Trying to watch Dumbarton versus Montrose in Scotland's third tier. Hey. Sorry, I'm not doing a watch-along for that game. Here we go. Ozan Kabak dawdling on the ball a little bit, and then he just fires it into the Alfredo Di Stefano stands. Ferland Mendy with the throw-in. Nacho. Courtois. Vasquez. Good press from Sadio Mane. And do Real deal with it? They do. Out from Eder Militão. Who's your favorite player from Liverpool or Real Madrid? Says Tangeni Yuputa. Good question. For Liverpool, it's Jota now. I mean, how could it not be Diogo Jota? For Real Madrid, I would say it's Luka Modric, if I had to choose one. Although, man, Karim Benzema has had a crazy glow up in the Adrian rankings at Real Madrid. Zach, I don't know where Miguel went. I would assume that he went to go and have dinner. Typically, he has dinner around this time. We'll see. We'll get the check-in from him. But I'm sure that he's doing dinner right now. Andy Robertson on the ball via a throw-in. Love from Pakistan. Greetings from Singapore. Man, we got people worldwide right now. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Watching this Champions League quarterfinal together. Are you going to do watch-along for Bayern PSG? Yes, sir. Place a piece of lettuce near your top lip and that caterpillar will crawl. Yeah, I've been looking for tips to get rid of this little fluffy, poofy caterpillar that is on my top lip. Can't get rid of it. Ooh, that's a poor pass. Salah on the ball. And he can beat Nacho for pace, but Ferland Mendy there with the good recovery. Lucas Vasquez. Vinicius cannot break through. Cannot break through Phillips. Abanandan. Hello from India. 12:40. Ooh, 3 a.m. in Perth, Australia. Nepal. Ay. 3 in the afternoon for me. I am a happy boy. Corner kick, headed away by Andy Robertson. Is it difficult to stream the actual match from YouTube? Yeah, very. That's not usually where I would look to find a stream of a match. Bit of a slow start here. Still figuring each other out, these two teams. Still falling into the patterns of play. What I love, though, is that I don't have one of the streams via DAZN that has the artificial audience noise because I'm getting so sick of it. So sick of it. I'd rather just hear the players and the managers and all the staff yelling on the pitch than that fake audience noise now, man. Oh, my goodness. What a ball forward for Vinicius. Vinicius up against Phillips. Arnold is back. Good ball from Vinicius. Modric goes down. Don't know if that's a penalty, though. That looked like he got ball. Ooh. Let's see if VAR has something to say about that. Let's see if DAZN or UEFA or whoever it is that is holding back on showing replays will do the same. I think that they may just do so. Now, did Wijnaldum, the captain, by the way, oh, he barely touches Modric until he was already going down. I think it's fine to not give that. If you're giving penalties for that, that's wild to me. Daniel, my friend, we were like 13 points ahead of the Chasey Pack. My goodness, now Barca and Real legit right up our asses. Yeah, Daniel, I'm sorry to see that, man. It really has been quite the collapse from Simeone and Atletico. Here's Mendy getting by Alexander-Arnold, ball into Vinicius, and he heads it wide. But yeah, Daniel, that must be really difficult to watch. A lead like that. To blow a lead like that. I mean, we blew a lead last season also in Portugal. It wasn't quite 13 points, I don't think. I think it was like 7 or 8 or something like that. But yeah, man, it's rough. It's really, really difficult. And it's too bad, too, because it seemed as if not only was Atletico leading the league, of course it sucks to give up that, but it seemed like they were moving in a different direction as far as play style and everything. Like they were sort of evolving a little bit. And now, looking at them from the beginning or from last season to now, I don't know that there's a lot of changes at Atletico Madrid. Besides having, you know, a more clinical striker in Luis Suarez. Salah, which I guess you could say, compared to Morata and Diego Costa, is a huge improvement. That in itself. But still... Yeah, Ryan says, I call it more of a Barca resurgence. And that's true. You got to give credit where credit's due. They've gone on, how many games is it now that they've gone undefeated? Like 16 straight or something like that in La Liga. It's around there. I don't know if that's the exact number, but my goodness, they're having a great run. Big switch of play to Ferland Mendy down that left flank. Not a lot of opportunities for Liverpool going forward. It's mostly been controlled by Real Madrid so far. Which is how Zidane would have wanted it. They need to control this game because without Sergio Ramos and without Rafael Varane, they can't afford to sit back and defend. Yeah, they keep on showing that replay of the Modric going down in the box. I'm not even going to call it a foul, but yeah, he was already going down before the contact was even initiated. Will you be seeing Steven today? I'm not sure. We'll see. If he wants to come in, the boy can come in. That's for sure. Andy Robertson. Alisson. Inviting some pressure from Benzema there. Alisson again. How can Liverpool play it out here? Kabak. Mane. Good little flick inside to Jota. Mane again. Looking much better on the ball. Mane. Alexander-Arnold driving forward. Can't get that final ball off, though. Which team do you think is going to win? I mean, my pick from the outset was Real Madrid over the two legs. Not a very confident pick. Mind you, none of my picks are very confident. Good ball to the back post. Nearly. That's good defending there from Vasquez as Jota, who loves to float to that back post, nearly got on the end of that one again. And Mane as well. But yeah, I always stick with my initial picks, even through all the injuries and stuff. Like I picked Bayern to beat PSG, and then Lewandowski went out. Gnabry's out. I picked Real Madrid. And then Sergio Ramos went out. Rafael Varane went out. But you got to stick with your initial picks, man. Through thick and thin. Stick with them. But we'll see. I mean, maybe the balance is now tipped toward Liverpool if they can sort of bottle that magic that they had against Arsenal. But like I was saying, again, on MAH's channel this morning, Matisse Armani's channel this morning, Arsenal isn't necessarily a good barometer of how a team is doing, you know, especially when it's Liverpool versus Arsenal, where of late they've dominated them. Fabinho on the ball. Mane and Jota constantly switching. Jota out on that left flank. Mane through the middle. You saw that against Arsenal as well. Who you supporting? Nobody. I'm just here to watch the football with all my subscribers. Not all of them, but with those who want to watch it together. Phillips. Kabak. Good defending there by Kabak. With Vinicius putting some pressure on. And I believe that is a goal kick for Liverpool. It is. Ooh, Jurgen Klopp got some new glasses. Well done from Real Madrid to play it out from the Liverpool press. They're moving that ball well. Ooh, that's a serious ball from Asensio. Good switch to Ferland Mendy, one-on-one with Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's what you want. You want to put Arnold in those situations. Abhishek, you honor me saying that I look like Alisson. Wow. Not quite, but thank you. KDB for City? Yeah. I am definitely looking forward to watching that match after this one when I go off stream. Rabona After Dark. Nat Phillips. Wide to Robertson. Why you always watch the boring games? Good question. It's the luck of the draw, man. Luck of the draw. Ball to Mane. Salah. Oof. Vinny. One-on-one with Trent. Again. And that's a terrible ball across. Terrible ball across. Vinny is playing bad, says Olaf. I mean, he's playing like Vinicius, isn't he? He's playing like Vinicius Jr., that's for sure. Fabinho forward to Diogo Jota. Can he keep it in? He can. Now Jota versus Militão. Good ball across to Mane. Keita, sorry, that's a loose touch. Mane now. Dropping very deep. Keita. If only Keita could stay healthy. One of those players that can be an absolute gem in Liverpool's midfield. A match winner. Keita now. Keita just skating through midfield, drawing plenty of Real Madrid defenders toward him. Oh, Jota with the slip. Now Asensio. Can this turn into an attack for Real Madrid? Vinicius. Benzema. Asensio going forward. Doesn't play it forward to him, though. Miguel is back. Miguel, what did you have for dinner? Please let us know. Hey, Lisla Ramirez. Dropping that donation. Thank you, Lisla. You forgot to leave a question or a comment, though. But thank you all the same. Very much appreciated. Vasquez. Who's been the better team so far? I would say Real Madrid for the most part. Slider. Real Madrid has had more of the ball at least. Liverpool hasn't been able to generate anything close to an opportunity. Mind you, Real Madrid have just had half chances also. But as far as dictating the play, I would say that it's been all Real Madrid basically. Dexter's been enjoying Militao. He's not been bad, you know? He's not been bad at all. Oof, that's a horrible pass by Lucas Vasquez. Mike ate a pot roast. Lisa Lot, what's up? My beloved loser pool. Hi, guys. Welcome back, Lisa Lot. Modric. Vinicius Jr. is creating the difference. Ooh. Hey, Kevin becomes an RTV supporter.
Forget away! It's ecstasy! Astonishing!
Zach, thank you for letting me know, man. Look, we got flashing lights now for RTV supporter. I just remembered that I can do that. Thanks for joining the hype. Thanks for joining the team. Thank you, Kevin, for being a supporter. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Ball forward for Karim Benzema now. Benzema on Kabak. And Kabak does well to recover. Talk about the transfer window, Vishal says. I don't think I will, to be honest with you, just because the transfer window isn't opening up for a bit. And you could talk about rumors all day long, but there's not much to talk about, really. It's not really my thing. It's rare that I get into the transfer window reporting. I used to do that, but not anymore, man. I just sort of let whatever's going to happen. Whew. Bad ball to the back post from Casemiro. Kabak's looked pretty good. I mean, Liverpool's defense in general has looked decent, I'd say. They've been caught out of position a couple of times, but they recover well. Gini Wijnaldum. I wonder if he is going to be leaving this summer. We'll see. CG, thank you for that donation, man. I don't know if I will. He said, here's 5 so you can get rid of that mustache. JK, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. Ball forward to Vinicius. Vinicius in behind. Vinicius, he finishes. Oh my goodness. Vinicius Jr. has scored a goal. And the fireworks go off in the back. Can you believe it? 1-0 Real Madrid. Oh my goodness. Of all players, Vinicius, who played that ball forward? Was that Toni Kroos? It had to be. It had to be. Wow. What a ball forward, well taken down, and a stunning finish to boot. And it was Toni Kroos. What a ball that was. And this is the reason why you can't sleep on Real Madrid. If a guy like Vinicius, is out there scoring goals, I just find it difficult with Zidane at the helm now. I've been proven wrong so many times with Real Madrid. You can't sleep on them. You simply cannot sleep on them. "1-0. Stephen Cook says, great takedown by Vinny off a perfect Kroos ball. I agree with you. Adrian is slowly but steadily becoming an e-girl with this setup. Yeah, that's right, Miguel. That's why I shaved a mustache. OnlyFans coming soon. ASMR on my mustache coming soon. Vinicius isn't playing against us, says just a random idiot. That's his name. I'm not calling him a random idiot. That's his name. I prefer not to speak, says Dan. 1-0 Real Madrid after 28 minutes. Thank you, Ellie Martinez. I will pass on the condolences. Oh, Sadio Mane with a massive touch. And then the ball into the box, straight into the arms of Thibaut Courtois. Aung Miat. Hey, thank you for that donation. Aung Miat. Toni Kroos passing is like watching poetry in motion. That was chef's kiss, he says. Yes, it truly was stunning, man. It truly was stunning. And I think that when you look at the midfields across Europe, this Real Madrid midfield still has to rank pretty high. Thank you again for that donation, by the way. This Real Madrid midfield of Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric still ranks pretty high as one of the best midfields in Europe, in my opinion. Modric is still killing it at his age. Toni Kroos, his passing this season has seemed even better than it's been. And Casemiro is probably one of the best central defensive midfielders in the world. For years and years, this Real Madrid team has just been destroying in the midfield department. Pen for City. Oh, no. What a takedown from Vinicius just to set that ball perfectly for the strike. And you can see Toni Kroos did a little point to Vinicius like, go. I'll hit you. I'll hit you, man. I swear. Dexter, my guy. Thank you for that donation, man. $5 just gets the last goal. What? Just. Vinicius, Modric. Militão, Vasquez. Adrian, are you trying to copy Alisson with that mustache? Yes. That was definitely my... Oh my goodness, Benzema. Ooh, is that clumsy? Is that clumsy? Referee saying no. I don't mind that. Let VAR take care of it. Was that clumsy from Kabak? Or did Benzema just run straight into him? Keita. Ooh, Keita taken down. No foul there again. This referee isn't calling anything. My God. But yeah, to answer that question earlier, I definitely have taken inspiration from Alisson. Vasquez. What a first touch through to Benzema. Benzema cuts it inside to Vinicius with room. That deflects just wide. Just wide. Corner kick for Real Madrid. Let's get another look at this opportunity from earlier where Benzema nearly won a penalty. If they're going to show it again. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Here we go. Ooh. I mean, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it as Kabak getting back and Benzema putting his leg through Kabak's. I think that is fine not calling that one. To be honest with you. Kabak went for the ball. Benzema went through his leg. I think I'm okay with that one. Corner kick. Headed away by Phillips. Asensio into the stands. Let me see that again. Yeah, I think that's fine. It looked like he got a little bit of the ball even. You look French. Yeah, my name is Maxime. Wijnaldum. Letting the ball run. And a poor pass from Gini Wijnaldum. Poor pass inside. As Andy Robertson was going fully inverted. Lucas Vasquez. Ball across. Ooh, headed away. Keita, I'd rather... Stephen Cook says, I'd rather we discuss Adrian's controversial mustache later. Right now, we should discuss what Klopp needs to do. They're getting completely outplayed here. They are getting completely outplayed. I mean, I think that one of the biggest things is sort of out of Klopp's hands is that I just don't think that these center backs are up to it. Up against a team like Real Madrid that has won so many trophies with this attack, with players like Benzema, Asensio, even Vinicius doing all right. Look, all it took was one ball forward in between those two defenders, and they had undone them. So what do you do in that scenario? You know, you can't really change your center backs. That's one thing. But as far as dictating the play, look at how deep Casemiro is playing. Just sitting right in front of those defenders, making it so difficult for Liverpool, who don't have, let's be honest, don't have a natural number 9 out there. If they had a top Roberto Firmino at this moment, maybe they could have a little more joy in playing it through the middle. But right now, it's just not working for them. And credit to Real Madrid, who their back line has improved so much as the season has gone on. You know, that was one of the hallmarks of their season last year. One of the hallmarks of their season last season, I should say. And that their defense was so tight, and they lost that a little bit with, you know, injuries to Sergio Ramos, etc. this season. But it's looking like they're starting to find that again, especially with guys like, you know, Nacho starting to play so well. How many times have I said how Nacho has surprised me this season? Ooh, was that a trip on Mane? But no, this referee will not call anything. Fair enough, man. Vinicius. And here we were, or at least I was thinking, oh my goodness, what a terrible touch. What have you done? Asensio puts Real Madrid 2-0 up. Oh my God. I didn't see who did that touch. Was that came off of a Liverpool player, right? Right? That was a Liverpool player that played that into the path of Asensio, was it not? Wow. Okay. Or was it a little flick on? To me, it looked like it was a Liverpool player. I was mid-conversation, so I sort of missed it. But it looked like a bad touch from Alexander-Arnold. It was! And a beautiful touch from Asensio. My goodness. 2-0. Real Madrid looking good out there. But again, as we were talking about Stephen Cook, earlier, this Liverpool's defense is what's costing them. Liverpool's defense is what brought them so much success before with Van Dijk, because it starts from the back. With Van Dijk, Gomez, take your pick to whoever you want back there partnering him. There's just no confidence in defense. And now that they've been punched in the mouth, now that they've been shaken, they've had their cage rattled, it could get worse from here. And how do you stop the bleed when you don't have any other defenders to turn to? It's not pretty. It really isn't. This is a team that's trending in the wrong direction versus a team that's trending in the right direction towards the tail end of the season. Something that Real Madrid has done on quite a few occasions under Zidane. Towards the end of the season, they start to play better. Last season, we saw them see out La Liga because they treated it basically game by game like it was a Champions League competition. This is a team that has so much experience in winning these kinds of scenarios. Glefser says, can clearly see VVD is missing. Cynthia, what's up? Adrian looking like a Guy Fawkes mask. Thank you. Yeah, Steven, if your defense makes you nervous, you can't play freely. That's exactly it. That's what we saw at Liverpool in 2018, for example. I think I've said this a few times, but stick with me. In 2018, for example, you have Loris Karius in goal, and that affects your defense and their sort of comfort. But if you have Alisson in goal with that same back line, they just can play freely. They can play knowing that they have a shot stopper behind them that could make up for any potential errors. Now you have an entire back line that is shaken, that has no confidence in each other. Is Trent Alexander-Arnold looking towards Nat Phillips and really feeling filled with confidence to play how he should back there? Are any of them playing confidently? And then the midfield with a weak defense behind them, they're going to be looking, a little bit nervous on the ball and feeling like they need to sort of watch their backs. It's a domino effect. Adrian, what do you think of Klopp's choice of starting Jota? I'm not sure that he had a choice in doing otherwise with the way that Jota's been playing lately. Now, if you're thinking that maybe someone like Firmino should have started and then Jota should have come off the bench, as he's done so many times, let's take a quick look at the lineups just to make sure. Yeah, so Firmino's there. Just double checking and everything. Perhaps there's an argument for that, having him be sort of an impact sub, but I don't know that it would have made a difference on the defensive end of things, because that's what Real Madrid are exposing. When you have players like Toni Kroos, who can play a beautiful through ball, and players like Trent Alexander-Arnold, who can play a beautiful through ball to Asensio, they're really just getting exposed in the defense. Real Madrid knew that they couldn't sit back and defend because they don't have Sergio Ramos and they don't have Varane in there. And so they're playing on the front foot. What do you think of El Clasico? I don't really have any thoughts on it. I think that it's going to be a really good match. And that's all I'm sort of hoping for at this moment. Mark Eric Lane, my man. Thank you for that donation. And he says, I think we all forget that with VAR, Roma makes the final in 2018. Last man foul on Dzeko, TAA handball on the line. This has always been what Liverpool is. I mean, I agree with you in the first sentence for sure. I also think that Liverpool has been superb at times in the past couple of seasons. 2019, winning the Champions League, I thought they were very much deserving of that. And winning the Premier League last season. Naby Keita is off already, dude. Thiago is out on the pitch. Is that a tactical substitution, or is Naby Keita injured already? But yeah, that poor Roma side, man. After coming back against Barcelona and then to go out like that against Liverpool. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Oh my goodness, again? Ooh. Almost a third for Real Madrid after another mistake from this rattled Liverpool back line. It is looking rough out there. Who got subbed? It was Naby Keita. Thiago, Fabinho, Mane. Mane tries to go inside and he is stopped by Casemiro. And the referee blows for a foul there, interestingly. Looked like he got all ball. Surprising from this referee who lets everything else... Oh no, that's an absolute foul. Come on. How could you argue otherwise, Casemiro? Of course he's going to, though. Free kick for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold, a chance to make amends after getting an assist on that Asensio goal. Ball to the back post. Dealt with by Toni Kroos, but there was a foul on the play apparently. Casemiro is down. Miguel says, yes, Liverpool is very bad this year, but we can't forget it was after 3 years of playing at the absolute top. It's normal to have a downfall of form at some point. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it, man. Especially, you know, these circumstances that they're under and losing all their defenders, which you could say the same of Real Madrid, you know? That's sort of where the argument falls down a little bit. But Real Madrid does have, I guess, more experience. I don't know, man. Do they have more depth? I don't know. Is Zidane a better manager? I don't know. People were so mad at Gareth for not wanting Trent in his Euro squad. Says Noel. Yeah. I do think that Trent's still ultimately going to make the Euro squad. I mean, it's been a bad season for him. It's been a bad season for Liverpool in general. So will it cost him a spot? It might. But I still think he'll make it. But it is... There is a wealth of options at the right back position for England right now. Reece James, you know, Trippier, Alexander-Arnold. Olerato Mokoko, what's up? Sorry I'm late. You kind of look like Alisson. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Vinicius, ball forward. Zidane is not better than Klopp. Is he? It's an interesting debate. It's an interesting debate, isn't it? Klopp versus Zidane. Thiago. I mean, ultimately, Klopp is still using Kabak, a guy who came from Schalke as a center back, and Nat Phillips, you know, a youth product, I believe. Whereas Zidane, when he has Varane and Sergio Ramos go out, he still has Nacho and he still has Militão. You know, a player at least that they paid big money for. Anyways, 2-0 at the half. Not exactly the score that I expected. I expected a lot better from Liverpool in this match, but so far it has been all Real Madrid, just showing their class, their domination, all of their pedigree from the past years of which they've been giants in this competition. And I can't say that it really is a surprise, you know? This Real Madrid team, I think that I chose who they play against, Atalanta. I chose Atalanta to go through. And in watching them sort of develop across those two legs, how Zidane changed things up for the second leg to play with that back three, which he had never done at Real Madrid before, but he tested it the weekend prior. And then they play against Atalanta and they get that very easy win against them. I've been really impressed in watching this Real Madrid side just continue to get results, even when they have a squad that is completely chocked full of youth players, much like Liverpool in a sense, and yet they still are there or thereabouts in the league. They're not far off at the top. They're still in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They're still doing very well. Both teams dealing with injuries and operating at a bit different levels at the moment. Flick is miles ahead of Klopp, says Aaron Barnes. I mean, that remains to be seen in my point of view. Dr. Darkrai. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, Dr. Darkrai. You've done more than enough as is. The membership, all the donations, everything. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Sushi says, I want to talk about the fact that Rodri had one of the worst dives I've ever seen. I can't really speak on that as I am not watching that match, but I will have some sort of answer or opinion on it after I watch that match. David Moyes, thank you for that question. Appreciate it. Ederson flopped, should be 1-1. I'm a Barca fan and I was just sad last Champions League, says Imran. But yeah, this has been an interesting match so far. Let's check in on the other score. I believe it is just 1-0, correct? Nah, it's 1-0 Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund. The sort of Erling Haaland sweepstakes, the Erling Haaland lottery that is going on. Will be interesting to see how that plays out. And it's probably going to be largely dependent upon what happens with Borussia Dortmund as far as making the Champions League. Apparently not making the Champions League wouldn't be, that detrimental to their finances, but we'll see. I mean, Borussia Dortmund, to their credit, they stood strong on Jadon Sancho last summer. They said, we're not going to sell him unless you meet our price. And they didn't. But can they do that 2 summers in a row, especially after a season of having no match day income? Have you got your charger cable, your water bottle, and also a cat cam, says Cynthia. I don't have a cat cam. I do have my water bottle. I do have my charger cable. I do need to fill up my water, though. So I will have to do that at some point during this half. But I mean, we can always look at Reddit. Has Kabak been good for Liverpool, says Afonso Silva. Kabak and Phillips have not been superb, in my opinion. It's not that they've been terrible by any sort of stretch, but they just... Liverpool in general has not been excellent, especially defensively. All right, let's do a little Reddit for you guys. I saw someone calling for it. Where is it? Here we go. We'll do some Reddit, and then I'll go fill up my water bottle. Okay. Here we are. Here we are, folks. Welcome to the Reddit. Yeah, it says, this cannot continue. This cannot continue. Liverpool needs to perform much better. Liverpool walks alone. All right, official statement. Juan Cala, we do not believe you, says Valencia. That, of course, is the sort of racism allegations that are towards Juan Cala, who denied that happened. Ilkay Gundogan says, in the Bundesliga, I wish that Dortmund or RB Leipzig could at least compete with FC Bayern. Should Bayern continue to set themselves apart from the competition even further, then we can assume that the league will unfortunately become less appealing to the international audience. Well. I mean, that's something that a lot of people sort of say about the German league. Me personally, I don't know that I would ever just completely lose interest in it. Of course, it sucks that there's one team that's constantly winning. But I don't think that I'd ever completely lose interest. I think a lot of the interest comes in, who's going to be the team that ends their hegemony, that ends their dominance. Hertha sacks a goalkeeping coach. Oh, yeah, read about that. I clicked on this link already because I was like, hey, I know those numbers. I just did a video on that. Leipzig has Sorloth, says Josiah. Serge Gnabry is tested positive for COVID, which we knew about. We've discussed already. Unfortunate for Bayern, but hey, it's just like we said at the beginning of the season. It's just another injury type that's going to always crop up during COVID, until this pandemic has been eradicated, if it gets eradicated. Marcus said that Zidane is seriously considering starting Marcelo against Liverpool in a 3 at the back formation. Imagine if Zidane had started Marcelo in a back 3. Imagine that. My God. I think that Real Madrid supporters would have freaked out if that would have been happening. Miguel Gonzalez, Adrian, I'm a huge fan. I've been watching for years, but I've had 3 different YouTube accounts. Hey, man. Thank you for the love. Thank you. I appreciate it. Steven Gerrard revealed in his autobiography that Liverpool asked him to help them sign Toni Kroos. And he says, quote, I knew that Madrid was about to make an offer to Bayern, so I felt uncomfortable when I sent a message to Kroos. Toni was very respectful in his response to me. And would you look at that? Toni Kroos is the guy that played that stunning ball forward to Vinicius. Oh, the narrative. Wow. Apparently Real Madrid are very worried that there could be more positive COVID-19 cases in the squad. Let's look at this. Points gap in Europe's top 5 leagues. Wow. The biggest gap is, of course, in the EPL. Can you guys see that? Here. There we go. The biggest gap is in the EPL. 14 points separating United and Manchester City. And then in La Liga, look at how close it is. Just a point and then 3 points. Same thing in Ligue 1. One of the best title races alongside Spain. Really, really nice to see that. To see that kind of title race going on in 2 leagues for once, not just a runaway. Mind you, Spain has been pretty good, pretty back and forth with the title races the last few years, haven't they? What's the score? It's 2-0. 2-0 Real Madrid. Sources close to Sergio Aguero insist his determination to move up the all-time PL goal-scoring charts could see him stay in England, says James Robson. And that's something that you've seen coming up quite a bit lately, is that it seems like Sergio Aguero wants to stay in England and that he won't be leaving Manchester City. So we'll see. That would be something else. Who do you think that he would go to? Chelsea? Maybe? It's difficult to see him playing at any other team in the Premier League. Manchester United? No. And guys, get nearly 100% coverage across attack chain stages. Explore Microsoft Security. Brought to you by Microsoft Security. Beautiful. Anyway. What else? Timu Pukki still scoring for Norwich. Manchester City report a net loss of £126 million. Not that they'll be feeling it, really. Football Daily, huh? Oh. It's a Jans Lehmann thing. Conte and Pulisic have returned to Chelsea training ahead of tomorrow's Champions League game versus Porto. Pulisic back already. Pulisic is sort of verging on the Ruben Loftus-Cheek sort of area of constantly getting injured, isn't he? It seems like he's becoming a bit of a problem for them in that regard. So hopefully he can find some fitness and stay healthy. Who am I going for? Me personally, I am going for an entertaining match. That's all I want. That is all I've ever really wanted, man. The disrespect towards Klopp is insane, says Nathan. Where's the disrespect? I must be in the chat. I must have missed it. But anyways, guys, I will be right back. I have to go and fill up my water bottle. And then when I come back, it's Real Madrid versus Liverpool round 2. And by round 2, I mean second half. We back. Is the half back? Almost. Dr. Darkrai, you didn't miss anything except for a little Reddit scroll. Just a bit of a Reddit scroll. But we're back now. Wait, what? DAZN is saying that I can have both? I can do picture in picture? No way. How? Click and drag? Okay, maybe it's just in the app. Anyways, we're back now. The match is not back yet. It should be back in a moment or two. What's going on in the chat? I just noticed that the two wingers for Real Madrid had scored. Asensio and Vinicius. Vinicius scoring a stunning goal. Asensio latching onto that well. Mark-Eric Lane, I know you usually do UCL previews only, but what are your predictions for the UEL? I'm not 100%. I mean, I haven't been following it as closely. Now, I think, isn't it Ajax versus Roma? That's one of the matchups, I believe. Am I crazy? I better double check. But that's one of the ones that I'm looking forward to. Manchester United has another. See, this is why I need to follow it more closely. After the draw, I didn't really pay attention. They have another Spanish team, though, don't they? Granada? Anyway, here we go. Yes, now I can see. Dinamo Zagreb versus Villarreal. Surprising seeing Dinamo Zagreb go through against Tottenham there. What a performance that was from, was it Orsic? And then Ajax Roma, yep. Arsenal Slavia Praha. Don't sleep on Slavia, man. Do not sleep on Slavia. And then Granada versus Man United. I mean, I think that United could be considered one of the favorites in this competition. But not exactly. I don't think that there's like a clear standout performer in the Europa League right now, which makes it fun, I guess. But yeah, I would love to see Ajax go on a run, or Roma. Paulo Fonseca, I'm a strong believer in him as a manager. But I think that as far as a final goes, I would love to see Roma versus United or something like that. Roma is an interesting team because they don't necessarily have the greatest squad, in my opinion, but Fonseca, this is sort of what I was talking about in the weekend recap this weekend, or this Monday, I should say. They don't have a great squad, but Fonseca is a good manager, so they do fairly well. But then against top teams, they do terribly. So they're a really strange side. Really, really strange side. You look at their attack, and without Zaniolo, it looks pretty bare. Mkhitaryan shows up sometimes and looks great. Dzeko is old as hell. Man. But yeah, I'd love to see Roma in a final, in a Europa League final. Ramon, my friend, thank you for that donation. Number 11, Ramon. Adrian, do you think Aguero will go to the all-powerful Liga Keys to Monterrey and form a lethal combination with Layun, the Mexican Beckenbauer? Yes, Ramon. I think that's going to happen, man. No, is that one of the rumors that that's going to happen? You can't rule anything out in football, that's for sure. By the way, the teams are returning to the pitch. You can't rule anything out when it comes to football and where players are going to end up. But I think that it's most likely that he's going to stay in Europe. If not in England, then in Europe, for sure. Because he still has so much to offer if Sergio Aguero can stay fit. That is the asterisk next to that. And then we had another donation, didn't we? James Padilla. Number 12, our backup keeper. Thank you, my man. And he says, my condolences to your eyes. Defensive Liverpool masterclass. Dortmund were robbed of an away goal. All I wanted to say. Hey, man. Thank you. I am, like I said earlier, I'm looking forward to watching that Dortmund match. Because people are saying that the Bellingham goal should have counted. That it should have stood. Mkhitaryan only shows up only when I have him against fantasy football. Hey. Suhail Chehab. Cool, man. Ramon, you're saying Independiente for Sergio? I could see that. Go back to Argentina, as so many players have said they want to do at the end of their careers. Almost a decent little pass from Karim Benzema to Modric. Urias Tosh. Granada somehow still sit in 9th with a minus 15 goal differential and only scoring 1.15 goals per game. Hell yeah, man. That's elite. What just happened there with Mane and Militão? Fabinho. Up against his former side, you'll remember. Fabinho was at Real Madrid briefly. Thiago on the ball. Ball into the box. Liverpool definitely trying to, push play forward a little bit more, trying to play on the front foot because they were severely lacking in that and they can't afford to sit back and defend. They really cannot. Cynthia is amateur hour with Miguel Oliveira. Give me the timeout option. I'll get the chat under wraps. Mama Bear kicks in. Ooh, you guys do not want Cynthia as the mod. She will not put up with anything. She will destroy you. Do I play fantasy football? No, I don't, doctor. I do not, doc. Ball into the box from Alexander Arnold. Headed away by Vasquez, who's made the adaptation to right back so smoothly. Oh, look, Cynthia. Look what happened. Jota taken out by Lucas Vasquez, who I was just talking about how he made such a smooth transition to right back. Not that that has anything to do with, you know, how good you are as a as a right back. Ball into the box. Headed away by Casemiro. Gini Wijnaldum. Liverpool with all of the ball so far in this half. Moments into this half. 4 minutes, that is. Let's drop some M's in the chat for our moderators. And our new moderator, Cynthia, friend of the channel. Welcome to the team, Cynthia. Ball into the box. Ooh, Thibaut Courtois, good collect. Casemiro. Ball away. Benzema cannot keep it in. MMC for all 3 mods. There is a 4th mod out there. A very mysterious man. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but he's probably very sad watching this game. Wijnaldum. Good driving run forward. Jota with room. Mane to his left. Jota cuts inside. Salah now. Is that an away goal? It is. 1 goal for Liverpool, it looks like, unless it gets called back for offside. We'll see, but it's a goal. I believe it's a goal. It's a great driving one forward from Wijnaldum. Jota looked like he was going to play it wide to Mane. Eventually it fell to Salah. I'm just holding off on it a little bit because it looked like it might have been offside, but perhaps not. Was he offside? No, he's on. I think he's on. Vasquez plays him on. Pretty sure he's on. And it is 2-1, indeed. My goodness. Game on. Away goal for Liverpool. Bar down. Not my favorite kind of bar down. But bar down indeed. Second leg upset, says Carlos Leal. Perhaps. We'll see. Stephanie commented. Where? Oh, Stephanie Myers with an M. Hell yeah. Stephanie. Shout out Stephanie. Welcome. Welcome. Goal check. Going on. I'm pretty sure Lucas Vasquez played him onside, though. That's has to be onside. It's a goal. Yeah, it's a goal. Game on. Here we go. Ooh, this just got way more fun. Way more fun. All right. I'm a happy boy now. Wait, armpit hair offside. Goal ruled out, says Ryan. That's imagine if that happened to Liverpool again. I mean, it happened to them a lot last season. Phillips now a little bit more belief in this Liverpool side. Will the pendulum swing in their direction, though? Mane wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Huge ball to the back post. Jota wide. What a ball that was from Trent Alexander-Arnold. My goodness. Good morning from Manila. Hey, I assume it's Bayern PSG for the watch-along tomorrow? It is. It is indeed. Now, Real Madrid heading in the opposite direction. Vinicius inside to Toni Kroos. Kroos back outside to Mendy with tons of room. No one at the back post. That's an easy head away from Andy Robertson. When did they score, Olaf? Just a couple minutes ago, actually. Vinicius. Thank you, Andy Otam. Thank you for that like. Thank you, everyone who's dropping likes in the chat on the stream. Tony Cruz. Casemiro. 55 minutes gone in this match. Come on, you all white, says Urias Tosh. Urias, you're not a big Liverpool fan, I take it? Mendy. Ooh, gets himself out of trouble. Keeps the ball in. Big switch from Casemiro. Andy Robertson perhaps overcommits a little bit there, leaving space for Asensio. One-on-one with Kabak. Asensio can't roll it inside to Benzema. And then a good recovery from Kabak to block that second attempt from Asensio. Now Liverpool go in the opposite direction. Look at how much this match has opened up. And this is probably exactly what Klopp will be hoping for, because this is where the Liverpool of old would thrive, when the match would open up like this and they could just attack. What if Liverpool score 5 this half? That would be wild. Justin Lamas. What's your favorite format of the Champions League? Pure knockout, double group stage, current, or the new Super League? I mean, I like the current way of the Champions League. I think that it's fine as is. I don't think that it needs to be fixed. Oh man, that ball from Alexander-Arnold. Showing it again on the volley. Real Madrid playing their way out through Vasquez and Asensio down the right side. Luka Modric. Vinicius now. Real Madrid trying to control the game as they were in that first half. The more that Liverpool has to defend, the better for Real Madrid. Vasquez, ball to the back post. Benzema now takes it down. Does keep it in. Vinicius. Cruz, Benzema on Wijnaldum, cuts inside, still steps inside again. Benzema blocked by Nat Phillips, beautifully blocked. Cruz, this is better from Real Madrid. Casemiro from distance, blocked again by Nat Phillips. Nacho, oh, Adrian is our flower supplier. Am I? What? I guess we have a family of moderators. Now Liverpool's turn to try and dictate the play a little bit with some sustained possession. The second half has been excellent. And there's still half an hour left of it. Werner to score a hat-trick against Porto. Imagine. Salah. Jota. Salah. into the box. Robertson. Ooh, good block there by Asensio to stop that cross from getting in. Mr. Joker, did Liverpool consider sacking Klopp if they lose and don't get top four? No. No way, man. You can't sack him after one season of, hardship with all the injuries he's had to put up with. That's crazy talk. Throw in for Liverpool deep in their own half. Paco is pretending to be Cynthia. What? What do you mean? Fran Mendy. Casemiro. Was he fouled there by Fabinho? In my opinion, nah. Vasquez down the right. Ball to the box. Kabak. Kabak and Phillips looking much better this half so far. They haven't had to deal with those balls over the top, which has been killing that back line. Sitting a little bit deeper, which they needed to do. Vinicius one-on-one with Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's always scary. Ferland Mendy. Ball into the box. Ooh, Asensio collects. Cruz over the bar. Always rising. Dr. Darkrai, no way you can do that. I appreciate it, but you can't do that, man. Just enjoy your time in Eindhoven. Use that money to go and I don't know what the COVID situation is like there, but go sit in a cafe, whatever. You don't need to. You support me so much already, man. I do appreciate it, but I feel very awkward accepting something like that. Wijnaldum, who has looked very good in the midfield for Liverpool. Oh, Salah with a decent ball to Mane, just out of reach. Akshu weighing in on Dortmund versus Man City here for us. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Akshu. Now, Vinicius one-on-one. Dealt with well by Phillips. And Trent Alexander-Arnold. Nat Phillips having a great second half, says Adrian, as Nat Phillips is going to make another mistake probably after I've said that. Curse of the commentator, even though I'm not a commentator. Ooh, Fabinho nearly with a mistake. Thiago Alcantara. Now it's opened up again. Urias Tosh saying, drink beer and be excellent. Same to you, man. Oh, good give and go. Jota, I'm surprised Jota didn't go for the strike there. Tried to roll it inside for Mane. Dr. Darkrai. One of the conditions is that Liverpool draw a win. So if that's the case, just make a bet instead, and then at least you get something back from it, But hey, you do whatever you want with your money, man. I won't tell you otherwise. Now, Benzema with Asensio. Great ball forward. Vinicius down the left. Asensio, that's a poor final ball. Poor final ball from Asensio. They had the Liverpool defense at their mercy. And it was a terrible final ball to Vinicius. Goodness me. Maybe if it was You know, if he was a right-footed player, it would have been better. But at that point, just take it yourself. Oh, poor. Good recovery, though, from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Good getting back there. Modric. Vinicius. Oh, it's 3! It's 3 for Real Madrid. That made me lose my voice. Can you believe it? Vinicius, of all people, has suddenly found his finishing boots against Liverpool in the Champions League quarterfinals. Wow. Modric with the ball inside. Modric, again, what a player he has been for Real Madrid. Vinny goal with the goal, man. 3-1. 4 goals in this game, guys. CG, I mean, this one's not looking that boring anymore. Am I right? Hey? Come on. It looked like we chose the right game this time. Oh, Vinicius, that's a good finish. Looks like Alisson maybe could have had that one, though. Let's see. Let's see a different angle. Oh, yeah. It looks like Alisson should save that. But hey. Rest in peace, Adrian's voice. Yeah, man. The crack. The crack in the voice. Well, shit, says Muzai Records. Benzema. Forward to Vinicius. Vinicius inside to Asensio. Asensio can't turn. Looking good in the attack. Suddenly Liverpool. Are they shaken again? Or can they find their feet once again? Vinicius, ooh, nearly snaking his way through that back line. Aaron Ekener says he can finally have Benzema's forgiveness. Oh, he nearly got an assist there for Asensio as well. Dr. Darkrai says, to be honest, a bit complicated to save that since I guess Alisson didn't properly see the ball. Yeah. I mean, he had to get down quickly for it as well. It's not the worst. It's something that you would expect him to save typically, but it's not a horrendous mistake. Modric. Vasquez. Asensio now. Ooh, Modric, poor ball. Jota can't get the ball under his spell. Nightmare says, either this Real Madrid team is goated or Liverpool is just trash. I mean, I think there's a middle path also where this Liverpool team is not quite trash, but very bad defensively. And this Real Madrid side is quite good, but not quite goated. Trent Alexander-Arnold forward. Picks out Andy Robertson. What a diagonal ball that was. Fabinho. Mane still on the ball. Dealt with well by Real Madrid's defense. Militão and Vasquez doubling up on him. And Vasquez can't quite clear it. Fabinho. Ooh, cleared by Courtois. Jota. Liverpool back to dictating the play a little bit. Ball into the box, headed away by Nacho. Vinicius and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Ooh, and Vinicius runs it out of play. A little bit of handbags between him and Trent Alexander-Arnold. I feel sorry for Rabona Hush, bro, from a Chelsea fan. What? What you saying? Trent versus Vinny fight? Valverde is coming on from Marcos Asensio. Fede Valverde. Let's see what this does to Real Madrid shape. Where Federico Valverde will be playing. Kabak. Oof. Headed back to Courtois. Vinicius again. Vinicius driving forward. Not the man I expected to be such a thorn in Liverpool's side. Plays a good ball forward to Benzema and an easy save for Alisson there. Trent Alexander-Arnold, more like Trent Alexander Awful, says Airshow, with the absolute Thomas Muller-esque joke. Okay, we get it, Airshow. Enough of that, man. No spamming. Mane, Salah. Ball to the back post for Jota. That is the play. It's always the play, it seems, with Liverpool. Just keep on curling it to the back post. So many times you see that ball from the right curled to that back post, either from Alexander-Arnold or Salah stepping inside on his left. Would you rather bring Haaland or Mbappe to Madrid if you were Zidane? Everybody knows I'm a big Haaland fan, personally. Vinny scoring 2 goals. Can't believe my eyes, says Jayed Joy. Yeah, man. It's really unexpected, but it's the one aspect of his game that he's had to work on a ton, that he still needs to work on, is his finishing and his final ball. Everything else, he's rapid, he's good with the ball at his feet, but his finishing and his final pass, if he works on that, if he can improve those 2 aspects, get it even to a level that it's at today, and he's going to be, back among one of the contenders to be one of the better players of this generation. But yeah, I see what you're saying, Dr. Darkrai, about Alisson not being able to see that ball from that second Vinicius goal until the last second after it had gone around Nat Phillips there. Mendy, good tracking back there by Wijnaldum. Cruz. Real Madrid's transition from defense to attack is stunningly fast. Now, on that occasion, of course, Karim Benzema was offside, but I've been very, very impressed at their transition play. Salah tries to dink it over again. to Jota. Nothing happening that time. Liverpool trying to keep the ball in Real Madrid's half. Jota can't get that flicked through ball. Mark, again, my God, man. Thank you so much for the donation. Given his play so far, will Liverpool exercise their option on Kabak? And if they don't, where does he go if Schalke get relegated? I mean, I have no idea where he'd go if Schalke get relegated. I would assume that Schalke would try to, get rid of some of their players in order to free up some space as far as salaries, because that is this club that is suffering financially. But I think that it would be smart for Liverpool to exercise their option on Kabak, because they need backup, as they learned so harshly this season. To go into a season with just 3 senior center backs is not a great thing. And now with the emergence of Phillips and Kabak, I think it gives them that cover that they need. Of course, the question will then be, well, what do Phillips and Kabak do when Gomez and Van Dijk are back? But I think that Matip would be out, and maybe Phillips and Kabak will be the backups. But we'll see. Or do they take that money? Because what is the buy option on Kabak? Is it like 20 million or something? 15, 20 million? And do they try to focus on someone else? I don't know. Kuat Ajwat. Hello from Lethbridge, Alberta. Wow, I'm a neutral fan here who came to see more goals from both teams. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why I'm watching as well, man. I just want those entertaining matches. But hey, shout out Lethbridge. Wijnaldum. Phillips. Fabinho. Salah. Wijnaldum again. Oof. When it comes to goalkeeping, ask me. I'm an ex-goalie, played for 7 years of my youth, then switched to rugby because, in my opinion, is a better sport, says Dr. Darkrai. Hey, appreciate it. And I'll remember that for the future. Gonzalo Pereira. What's up, man? Thanks for watching. Mo Salah. With Mendy all over him. Salah wins a throw-in. Alexander-Arnold with the throw into the box. Comes out to Jota. Salah. Over to Thiago on his left. Over the bar. Poor strike. How much time is left? We have about 14 or so minutes. 13 minutes. Modric. Casemiro. When Virgil van Dijk comes back, nobody is scoring a goal against Liverpool, says Mo Master. I mean, it's definitely going to help. But the question is, will they give Virgil van Dijk the time that he needs to properly heal? Because we've seen so many times with players like Hazard, if you rush them back too early, it just starts the cycle of injuries over and over and over again. And I think that Liverpool would allow him to rehab properly. Because this season, if they go out in the Champions League, this season's basically a wash for them. Which is, it's looking like they might go out in the Champions League. Again, I'm reluctant to say that because of what Liverpool have done in the past when they've been in this sort of position. But it's not exactly the same Liverpool that we saw 2 years ago, After Chelsea's drubbing against a poor West Bromwich Albion, should we write them off against Porto? No. I wouldn't. You can't write them off just because of that. I mean, look at what City has done since their loss against Leicester early in the season when they lost 5-2, wasn't it? I believe it was 5-2 against Leicester. These things happen, man. You know, you get a player sent off in the 29th minute, your team just gets rattled, and the goals come in thick and fast. Where some of those finishes from the West Brom players, you know, they're only scoring some of those finishes 50% of the time or less. So it was just an anomaly of a game, a disaster of a game in some respects. But now is the test for Tuchel and Chelsea is if they can move beyond that and bounce back. And they've shown that they can be extremely effective against plenty of teams. If they can do it against Atletico Madrid, then they have the capacity to do it against FC Porto as well. Do it, Miguel. Do it. Chaos says, a comeback doesn't happen. This team's confidence is completely shot, and I don't think they'll be able to recover without Hendo and Van Dijk. Yeah, that's it. This is not the team from 2 seasons ago, that's for sure. Now, Fede Valverde. Ball to the back post. Benzema. Ooh, important touch there from Nat Phillips. Very important touch there from Nat Phillips as Benzema was just creeping around to that back post, ready to head one on goal. Kabak is coming off. Firmino is going on. Interesting. Xherdan Shaqiri is coming on as well. Well. 40 throne, hell yeah. There's definitely the mods are definitely the MVPs of the streams. Keeping that chat clean and tidy, or at least doing their best, but sometimes people spam rapidly. You know, they've got that pace when it comes to their spam ratings. Ooh, Nat Phillips almost with a big mistake there in letting Fede Valverde in behind. Thiago. Shaqiri. Firmino. Jota off, by the way. Ball forward to Salah. Alexander-Arnold now. And Vinicius goes down. And Alexander-Arnold is now yelling at the linesman. The boy does not do well when things are going against him, does he? Do you think dogs would make good defenders? Good question, Urias Tosh. And I don't think that they have the physical presence in order to do so. They have the pace, yes. But I don't know that they would be good defenders. And I think that, honestly, they would foul a lot. I think that they're poor at playing the ball. They play the body without even thinking. Hey, Stephanie Myers. With that donation. Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie Myers, once again. Appreciate you, Stephanie. Now, ball forward for Salah, which Courtois can easily collect. Adrian, who's your favorite football manager of all time? Good question. 1-1. Are we saying 1-1 in City versus Dortmund? Because that's a big score, if that's true. Militang, well played there. Roy scored. It's 1-1. My goodness. Rodrigo is coming on for Real Madrid. Rodrigo, who in my opinion, when I was asked to choose between Vinicius and Rodrigo, I went with Rodrigo goes. Man City or bottle drops. Ball forward to Fede Valverde, who was just basically slotted into where Asensio was playing. I thought that they would have changed their score or their form a little bit more. Formation, that is. My goodness. I saw someone write score in the chat and it screwed me up. But, I mean, in defense, it's pretty much the same. Alexander-Arnold with the ball forward to Roberto Firmino, who's playing in that 10 spot alongside Shaqiri. Five minutes, less than that. Rodrigo tried to sneak in behind the Liverpool defense there. Not happening this time. Mane now. Does he win a foul? No, says the referee. A good tackle, apparently. Casemiro surrounded by red shirts. No foul there either. Roberto Firmino on the ball. Doing a couple of step overs because why not? Akshu Davala is saying that City versus Dortmund is nicely poised. You love to hear it. This one in the second half has been fairly nicely poised also. Phillips with the header forward to nobody but Toni Kroos, who's been one of the... Oh, and that's a poor ball from Toni Kroos as well. Straight to Mane. Mane with Modric on him. Has he done too much with it there? He has. He tried to turn too many times, and the ball gets away from him. Now, Nat Phillips with an important header, so Rodrigo can't get in behind. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It is getting rapid out there. Wijnaldum now. So many Real Madrid players dropping back. Casemiro dropping back in between the two center backs as well to make it a 5 at the back, with Modric and Kroos dropping in as well to make it so difficult for Liverpool to break through. Wijnaldum. Ramos is my idol, says Gary Moore. Fabinho. Liverpool, if Liverpool find another away goal, oh baby, this will be a good tie in the second leg. Here's Wijnaldum from distance, blocked by Casemiro. So many players deep for Real Madrid. Modric looking knackered out there. Xherdan Shaqiri. Robertson, Firmino dropping into that left flank. Phillips, Thiago. Robertson. And it's a corner kick for Liverpool. Adrian predicting a Werner hat-trick in the Champions League final. Adrian Gonzalez, that is, not Adrian from Rabona TV. Well, well, well. Imagine if Werner has the season that he's having, where everyone is just ragging on him, and then he scores a hat-trick in the Champions League final. That would be insane. Now, Fede Valverde with the header away. Liverpool keep it in. Phillips with a poor header that Toni Kroos can latch onto. Now, let's see how quickly Real Madrid can transition. That is a tough ball for Vasquez to try and control. And he recovers well and wins the foul from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Will Alexander-Arnold get in the face of the referee? The boy has been a little bit fiery this season. I mean, yeah, that's a foul. He went through his back. Oh, man. Wijnaldum. We're getting into the last minute here of regulation. We are in the last minute of regulation. Going to be up soon. Shaqiri turning. Good ball through to Firmino. Shaqiri always looking to play the ball forward. That's one of the things I love about him. Robertson. Ball in. Goal kick. City score. Who scored for City? Phil Foden. Get the Foden propaganda going. What the... Oh, it looked... that quick camera angle, it looked like Sergio Ramos had a cigarette behind his ear. Like, wow. Dude's injured and does not care. But obviously it wasn't. Foden for Man City. Yeah, man, get that Foden propaganda going in the chat. The boy is an insane talent. Liverpool, 4 minutes of added time. There's about 3 left, more or less. Emmanuel and Sia, Dortmund are frauds and should sack the manager. There's no point. There's no point in sacking their interim manager that's only looking after the club for now until Marco Rosa takes over next season. Imagine, though, this interim manager is not good enough. We need a better interim manager. A better caretaker. Anyway, 2 minutes left here. Liverpool still on the ball. Where was this tempo before? Where was this tempo from Liverpool before the match was lost? That's always the question, isn't it? Firmino now. Wijnaldum. Oh, no, Firmino does not give it to Wijnaldum. He tries to do a little flick, and Benzema nearly takes it away. Real Madrid with nearly everyone but Karim Benzema back to defend. And Eder Militão with the clearance. Miguel Oliveira, that's an incredible typo. Shaqiri. Thiago. Ball into Shaqiri. Ooh, was that a foul on Firmino? No, just a good tackle from Militão, who you never know what you're going to get with Eder Militão when it comes to Real Madrid, at least. But this has been a really strong performance from him and Nacho, I found. Ferland Mendy also has been excellent at the back. Vasquez, strong. Toni Kroos also. Salah, good ball inside to Firmino. And the guy just doesn't have it. The guy just hasn't had it. I mean, you got to give credit to the defense. Oh my goodness, here's Rodrigo goes. Rodrigo with Benzema and Asensio. Or sorry, not Asensio, Fede Valverde. And that's a poor ball. That's a poor ball. Now Mane going in the other direction. This is fast and furious stuff, man. Modric just hoofs it forward. My goodness, man. Yeah, Cynthia, you have to time out Miguel Oliveira. I mean, he did it to Zach one time. Benzema. Rodrigo. Oh, can't get through Fabinho. Shaqiri now. Last opportunity for Liverpool, no doubt. If they don't dawdle on the ball here. Shaqiri, he can't get the pass off. And there it is. A poor final ball. Or a poor attempt at a ball from Shaqiri. And that's it. Liverpool lose 3-1 in the end. 3-1. Which, I didn't expect them to win this match necessarily. But to lose by that much, oof. Maybe I should have seen it coming. It wasn't so much a question of if Liverpool's defense is good or bad, because it has not been good. It was more a question of if Real Madrid's attack would show up. And you got to give Real Madrid credit. This is a team that is growing and growing in confidence, and their performances have matched that this season so far. So, hey man, credit to them. They're doing extremely well. 3-1 win in the first leg. I mean, it's not over per se. I wouldn't say that it's over so far, as it's 2 goals, a 2-0 win from Liverpool, and they could be through. It's not completely out of the realm of possibility, but I don't know. It doesn't seem likely. Not this Liverpool side, as said in the chat. Not this Liverpool side that's missing guys like Van Dijk and Henderson. Missing their captains out there, their leaders on the pitch. Really, really lacking in that regard. Jurgen Klopp having a go at the referees, or maybe he's just speaking to a ghost. I don't know. Oh no, he's speaking to the referee. But hey, I don't know that there's much that you can say to the referees in this one. I think that while he didn't call a lot of fouls, I didn't mind it. I don't mind when referees just let the players play. But guys, let's go through the ticker. Let's thank all of the donators today, such as Dr. Darkrai, who is number 1 today, Kevin at number 2, Muzai Records, Zach, Daniel, Liselot Ramirez, CG, Ayung Miat, Dexter, Mark Eric Lane, Ramon Iturralde, James Padilla, and Stephanie Myers. I am going to go and work on a video. That'll be coming out later this week. I'm also going to watch Dortmund versus Man City, and I'm also going to work on the Champions League recap, which is also coming out this week. I thank you guys. Tomorrow, of course, we are doing the PSG versus Bayern Munich game. Dr. Darkrai. Oh, another donation from him. Since none of my conditions came true, it's only 30 euros. Dude, honestly, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. You don't need to do it, but I do appreciate it. And thank you to everyone else who's just been showing up and supporting the channel in whatever way that they can. It is very much appreciated from the bottom of my heart. But Dr. Darkrai says, truly, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hey, we stole each other's words for these fun watch-alongs and for the God tier videos you put up. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Dr. Darkrai. I really, really do appreciate it. And like I said, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone who shows up and supports in whatever way they can, whether that's just liking the videos, that's becoming a member, donating, subscribing, whatever. Just showing up in the chat, taking part, watching the videos. It's all love. So thank you guys. And I very much look forward to tomorrow. One more time, guys. Let's drop an M in the chat for our moderators. Let's welcome Cynthia to the moderator team. I'm going to have to add her to the group chat. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you and take care.